Hey everybody, this is Gradigy with another Heroclix review. And we're going to be reviewing the Crime Syndicate of America figures. Most of them came out in Legacy, and then later Johnny Quick came out in Origins, and then Owlman came out in Collateral Damage. Actually, scratch that, reverse it. Owlman came out, and then Johnny Quick came out. So I'll go ahead and show the figs. There they are. I'll actually show them in order, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Johnny Quick might still be tournament legal. But there's the figs. Move them all over so that they all get, equal camera. And yeah, Johnny Quick is still legal. So there they are. We have Ultraman, which is the Superman equivalent, Superwoman, which is the Wonder Woman, Owlman is the Batman, Johnny Quick is the Flash, and Powering is Green Lantern. And these two are from Legacy. He's from Collateral Damage, he's from Origin, and then he is from Justice League. So he's the only one that actually has a card. And she's actually the only one that isn't super rare or equivalent, aka, super rare or old unique. The rest of them are, she's just a veteran, so she's just rare by old standards. First I'll tell you what the advantages of having a CSA team is, and I think it's possibly one of the best, short of Power Cosmic or Quintessence, one of the best team abilities there is, really. And it's the same thing as getting Theme Team prog controls. So you can give any figure a prog control at the cost of a power action. Of course, all the regular prog controls apply. If they've already taken an action that turn, a power action, they can't use a prog control. If they use a prog control to give them a second power action, it will push them. Of course, like I said, all the normal line of sight and everything that would normally call for prog control applies. So let's just talk about the figures. I'll start off with the one I will talk least about because he's awful, Powering. I just cannot find any redeeming factors about this figure. He's just, all around he is terrible. The fig is really nice, though. I really like the sculpt. You can tell that that's actually him, and then that being is Volthoom, who is apparently, infinitely powerful. But whoever wields him, in this case Powering, gets hurt whenever they use him. You can see he's got a Flurry, Phase Teleport, Energy Explosion, Psychic Blast, Pulse Wave, Energy Shield, Barrier, Toughness, Willpower, and Range Combat Expert. And then Curse of Volthoom. He can use Perplex, roll 2d6 on 2 to 4. He takes 1 unavoidable damage immediately. So if you use the white box, and say you're on that click when you use it, or not that click, obviously, that click when you use it, and you perplex something up, and you fail the roll, click, you just lost the perplex. It didn't even work, because as soon as you lose it, the perplex goes away. So that sucks. Like I said, I just can't find any redeeming factors about this figure besides the actual figure itself. The combat values are not impressive in the slightest. He is a carrier, which at first I was like, well, maybe they need a carrier on a CSA team. But if you notice, there are 2 non-flyers and 2 flyers. They can just carry those 2. I just can't see a reason for him to be on this team at all. He never breaks 9 attack. He never breaks 2 natural damage. Even with energy shield deflection, he's only got 50 or 17 defense at max, and then he gets willpower on his very last click with 10 movement. Really, the only thing is his very last click with 10 movement and face teleport. So I've talked too much about this figure that I said I wasn't going to talk about. And did I mention he's 90 points? Yeah, he fails that hard. So let's talk about Johnny Quick. He's your basic hypersonic speeder. 10 movement, 9 attack, 3 damage. The 3 damage is nice because that's kind of rarely seen on hypersonic speeders. But he loses it pretty quickly. And from what I understand, his character drinks sort of like an energy drink, and I'm assuming that click resembles him running out. And then he gets charged with Blade's Claws, which is pretty nice. Then right back onto hypersonic with 10 attack, which is nice. And close combat combat reflexes, sorry, excuse me. And then he gets flurry and combat reflexes and flurry and combat reflexes. He actually, the other night, I was playing against the experienced Power Man from an older set. I don't recall offhand. Maybe Fantastic Forces. It was him and Giant Man, and he was on his last click, and he held those two off for 4 rounds, I'm wanting to say, before he finally died. So, it was pretty nice. See, I'm not even going to... He's going to stay on the screen, but powering, never going to see him again. Didn't even show him then. Owlman is, like I said, the Batman of CSA. He's got your basic Batman powers. The only thing I don't like about him is that he doesn't start out with stealth. I mean, but everything else about him is pretty nice. 6 range with 2 lightning bolts, end cap, and outwit is always nice. Toughness and leap climb, he kind of keeps that basic build, except then he goes right to willpower and loses end cap. Then he's got close combat expert for 4 damage, which is pretty nice on a 87 point figure. And then he gets flurry with exploit weakness. He's still got willpower, smoke cloud, stealth, exploit weakness, and willpower. So he has willpower for the vast majority of his dial. And then he's about 7-8 clicks deep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Yeah, 8. So for 87 points, he's kind of a bargain. I like to put lunge on him just to give him that extra 2 movement on his starting clicks. He's got leap climb for like the first 4 clicks. So, and then we have Superwoman with charge, super strength, impervious, 17 defense, and 4 damage. She's just really your average brick. There's nothing spectacular about this figure, but she's by no means useless. For 141 points, she's pretty nice. I'll just click her through. I don't want to explain her too much. She's, like I said, she's your basic brick. She's pretty cheap for how much damage she can dish. I played with the CSA team the other night, and she was the only one who took any damage besides Owlman. Everyone else pretty well avoided it, except for whenever I pushed them to use the CSA prop controls. And then Ultraman, the Superman of the CSA. He's pretty mean. I like him a lot. You just running shot him in there, smack someone for 5, and if they didn't die, stay there next turn and smack him for 7 with range combat expert. And then he loses range combat expert and running shot, but then he gains charge and close combat expert, so he's still capable of dishing 7 damage. And what's better about this click than the last one, besides the lack of, obviously you can see he lost an attack, but he can charge, pick up a heavy object, smack him for 7 right then. And he has close combat expert the rest of the dial. He gets kind of turdy at the end though, with 5 attack and 2 damage. As for suggested feats, really it's whatever you're comfortable with. But what I did, Fort on those 2 kept him pretty up. I fought a martial artist team with him the last time, so I wanted to keep them non-outwittable, and of course exploit weakness didn't work on him because of Fort. And then lunge to give him that extra movement. So this guy was moving, he could running shot or he could charge for 9. So there you go. I hope you enjoy him. If you get him, play on.